There are things that, if you discover them too late, you will deeply regret, and this is one of them. The truth is, energy manipulation is real. It happens all the time. And the worst part? You're probably being manipulated right now without even realizing it. The craziest part? You can also learn to use it to your advantage, and you don't need anything other than what already exists within you. I know it might sound exaggerated, but once you understand how your body, mind, and even your emotions interact with the world around you, everything will start to make sense. This video will reveal to you what no one wants you to know, techniques, discoveries, and secrets that have been silenced. But before we continue, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and leave a like to support it, because there's much more content like this coming. You've heard the idea that thinking positively attracts good things, right? Well, it's not just self-help book nonsense. Science proves that your mind functions like a quantum engine. Imagine that every thought you have doesn't just stay trapped in your head. It spreads out as energy, like a Wi-Fi signal impacting everything around you. That's why the Mentes Despertas community always insists on this point. Consciousness. A thought isn't just a thought, it's active manipulation of reality. Every time you think of something, you emit tiny electromagnetic waves, as if you were programming the universe. Have you ever noticed that when you wake up complaining, the entire day seems to go wrong? That's not a coincidence. It's your energy influencing what happens around you. And the reverse is just as true. When you focus on solutions instead of problems, opportunities seem to multiply. It's not luck, it's quantum physics, baby. The brain is like a transmitter, and the world picks up what it sends. If this sounds abstract, let's put it into practice. Try keeping a focused journal. Every day, write down what you want to manifest. But be careful. Don't write, "I want." Write as if it's already a reality. For example, "I attract the right people into my life." Do this for 7 days and observe what starts to change. The Mentes Despertas community constantly reminds us that this conscious and daily manipulation of energy literally changes the game. And speaking of disruptions, there's a microscopic phenomenon that defies all logic. Have you ever heard of the double-slit experiment? Imagine a simple situation. You leave a camera filming an empty room and walk out. Later, when watching the recording, you realize that just because someone looked at the door, something seems to have changed. Sounds crazy, right? But that's exactly what science has demonstrated in this famous experiment. Electrons, those tiny particles, behave one way when no one is observing them and a completely different way when they are being watched. How is that possible? The mere act of observation changes the behavior of matter. Simulation? Believe it or not, observing is already manipulating. This reveals a powerful truth. Your attention is like a beam of light that shapes everything it touches. When you focus too much on problems, on bills, on what if things go wrong, you amplify those realities. But if you change your focus, even if nothing externally has changed, you are already influencing the outcome. This is one of the fundamental principles of those who study energy and follow content like Mentes Despertas. Reality is not fixed. It adjusts to your perception. And no, this isn't a metaphor, it's literally applied quantum physics. Want to test it? Try this. Choose one area of your life that seems stuck: money, health, relationships. For a few days, avoid complaining or repeating what's going wrong. Instead, focus only on what's working or could improve. Speak about it out loud. You'll feel a subtle shift in the energy around you. This is one of the simplest and most effective forms of conscious energy manipulation. But what if I told you that there is a part of your body even more powerful than your mind when it comes to influencing your reality? You've probably heard the saying, "The heart feels what the mind doesn't understand." But what if I told you that it's not just a beautiful metaphor? Scientists have discovered that the electromagnetic field of the heart is up to 5,000 times stronger than that of the brain. Yes, 5,000 times. In other words, when you feel a deep emotion, gratitude, love, or even fear, it impacts the external world much more strongly than your rational thoughts alone. The heart vibrates and sends signals, like an antenna that influences everything around it. And the most fascinating part? While the mind thinks, the heart has already decided. It feels before the brain even processes the information. That's why, so often, you know what you should do even when logic tells you otherwise. It's as if the energy of the heart has already read the situation before your mind analyzes it. This is where the secret of energy manipulation lies, aligning thought with the right emotion. When this happens, you literally change your vibrational frequency. Want to try it now? Close your eyes for 2 minutes and recall a memory that brought you an extremely positive emotion. A hug, a victory, a special moment. Relive that emotion as if it were happening now. This simple exercise already increases your energetic vibration. Do it before starting your day or before making an important decision. Everything will seem to flow more naturally. And when you combine a real emotion with a clear intention, that's when the energy game changes completely. But be careful, talking about energy is one thing. Learning to master it is another. That's where the real magic begins. Many people overlook a key element, breathing. It's basic, but when done consciously, it instantly changes your energetic frequency. Try this. Inhale while counting to 4. Hold your breath for 4 seconds. Exhale in 4 counts. Repeat this 5 times. It's like a reset for the mind and body, and it prepares you to manifest what you desire. Another powerful technique, visualization. It's not just about imagining something but feeling it as if it were already real. And then there's gratitude, but not mechanical gratitude, genuine gratitude, the kind that makes you smile instinctively. All of this works even better when you understand that our energy doesn't exist in isolation. Have you ever thought about someone, and that person suddenly sent you a message at that exact moment? That's not a coincidence. Quantum physics has demonstrated that particles that have once been in contact remain connected, no matter how far apart they are. Now, imagine the impact of this connection between human beings. This explains why certain ideas emerge simultaneously in different parts of the world, or why emotional patterns repeat within families, even when no one has ever spoken about them. Your energy, emotions, and beliefs, they all spread, shape, and are shaped by this invisible field. You are not living in isolation. You are part of a vast, ever-moving organism. And that's not all. When you begin to raise your vibration through meditation, good actions, and focused thought, you impact this entire field. A concrete example: when groups practice collective meditation focused on peace, statistics show a decrease in local crime rates. This phenomenon has been observed multiple times. Energy manipulation isn't limited to the individual. It also works on a collective scale. So, the next time you think your energy is too insignificant to change anything, remember, you are interconnected with everything. But what happens when the majority of people unconsciously feed the same energetic patterns every day? The big truth is that most people live on autopilot. They wake up, complain, work mechanically, come home exhausted, and repeat the cycle the next day, without realizing that they are continuously reinforcing the same thought patterns. And guess what? They get the same results. It's like being trapped in an energetic loop. When constantly exposed to the same stimuli, the brain creates fixed neural circuits, and the energy you emit follows those same pathways. In other words, if you only think about lack, that's what you keep generating. But here's a powerful secret. You can break this cycle. The key is to shift your focus. Sounds too simple? Maybe, but it's incredibly effective. Instead of reinforcing what's wrong, start directing your attention toward what you actually want to build. For example, if your daily life feels heavy, introduce a small new ritual. Listen to inspiring audio or take a 10-minute walk at the end of the day while focusing on how you'd like to feel more often in your life. This simple shift in focus creates new neural connections and alters your energetic frequency. And here's what's fascinating. When you start changing internally, the external world seems to respond. People notice it. Opportunities arise from places you didn't expect. It's as if the universe is saying, finally, you're ready. Energy manipulation doesn't require complex rituals, just consistency, focus, and intention. And this consistency directly depends on your vital energy. That's right, your physical body is much more than just a vehicle. It's a system for storing and releasing energy. If you take proper care of it, this cycle becomes an upward spiral. The human body is not just flesh, bones, and thoughts. It's a true energy generator. This is not an exaggeration. You are literally carrying around a walking electrical system. Every cell vibrates. Every organ has its own frequency. But just like a battery that runs low, your body needs to be recharged. And guess what drains your energy the most? Poor posture, heavy eating, unbalanced sleep, toxic thoughts. It's like trying to charge your phone with a broken cable. It just won't work. Now, imagine your body as an intelligent system of energy reception and distribution. When you eat healthily, sleep well, and breathe consciously, your system operates at its full potential. For example, did you know that simply adjusting your posture, keeping your back straight and chest open, instantly improves the circulation of vital energy? It's like unlocking internal channels that were blocked. Small physical adjustments lead to significant energetic changes. And of course, this has everything to do with energy manipulation. Because if your energy is weak, how could you possibly change anything outside of yourself? Moreover, the type of thoughts you maintain acts as the voltage of your system. Elevated thoughts, compassion, gratitude, deep purpose, increase your vibration. Repetitive negative thoughts drain you like a short circuit. That's why taking care of your body also means taking care of your energetic field. If you practice this regularly, you'll notice that your internal battery handles stress better and recharges faster. Alright, but how do you train your energy? If the body is the system and energy is the fuel, then there are methods to make this energy respond better to your will. Energy isn't just a mystical concept, it can be trained like a muscle. And the best part? You don't need any equipment or long hours each day. Just intention and practice. Exercise 1. Energy friction. 1. Rub your palms together for a few seconds. 2. Slowly move them apart and feel a slight resistance between them. Do you sense an invisible bubble between your hands? That's your own energy in action. The more you practice, the more precise your perception and control will become. Exercise 2. Emotional recall. 1. Close your eyes. 2. Take a deep breath. 3. Recall a moment when you felt an intense emotion, love, gratitude, excitement. 4. Relive that scene in detail, colors, smells, sounds, bodily sensations. This exercise instantly shifts your energetic frequency. It's like tuning into a different internal radio station, and this new frequency directly influences what you attract. Exercise 3. Alternate nostril breathing. A powerful ancient practice. 1. Block one nostril and inhale deeply through the other. 2. Hold your breath. 3. Release the air through the opposite nostril. 4. Alternate several times. This balances your energy, improves mental clarity, and aligns your vibrations. You already have everything you need within you to manipulate your energy and transform your reality. It all starts with a conscious choice. Maintain a high vibration, a break out of automatic patterns. Use your body as an energetic amplifier. You are not just a spectator. You are an active creator. This type of breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, calms the mind, and redistributes energy in a balanced way. Practice it for 5 minutes before sleeping or upon waking, and you'll feel like you've reset your brain. These are simple exercises, but they connect you to something more subtle and profound. And the most fascinating part? These practices aren't new. They have been used for millennia and are now supported by modern science. For a long time, anything related to energy, breathing, and consciousness was considered mystical or esoteric. But today, science is catching up, confirming what Eastern masters have known for thousands of years. Techniques like Qigong, practiced for over 5,000 years in China, work on the circulation of vital energy through slow movements, deep breathing, and mental focus. And what's truly fascinating is that neuroscience and quantum physics now demonstrate that these practices actually alter brain frequency and the body's electromagnetic field. This is not a coincidence. It's ancient knowledge validated by modern language. Researchers like Greg Braden and Bruce Lipton suggest that the mind and emotions can even reprogram DNA. And do you know what that means? That simple principles, like conscious breathing, clear intention, and emotional visualization, can profoundly transform your reality. Not through magic, but because your energetic and biological structure responds to how you direct it. All of this connects the past and the future into a single point, the present moment. But the most incredible thing? These practices, once reserved for temples and esoteric schools, are now accessible at the click of a button. Today, you can find videos, books, and even apps teaching these techniques. But be careful. Not everything that shines is gold. It's essential to seek reliable sources, start with the basics, and find what resonates with you. This reconnection with ancient wisdom reminds us of something essential. The knowledge has always been there. The real challenge is having the open mind to see it. And quantum physics, when truly understood, gives us the tools to do just that. Most people hear quantum mechanics and immediately think of complex equations, wild-haired scientists, and concepts that are impossible to grasp. But don't panic. In reality, some principles of quantum physics are far more applicable to everyday life than you might think. Let's take quantum superposition. This means that a particle can exist in multiple places at once. How does this apply to your life? Well, understand this. You can live multiple possible realities depending on the focus you choose. You are not stuck on just one path. Everything depends on your choices and your energy. Another fascinating concept: quantum entanglement. Particles that have been connected continue to interact as if they were still linked, even across astronomical distances. This also happens between people, experiences, and intentions. That's why a single state of mind, a strong thought, or a powerful emotion can have an impact, even if you don't see the effects immediately. Every clear intention, every action aligned with a true goal, resonates in the energy field like a wave. Manipulating reality doesn't require brute force. It requires alignment and the right frequency. It's like tuning a radio. The music was always there, but you can only hear it if you tune in to the right frequency. Now, let's talk about 0 point. This is the famous field of infinite energy, where everything exists in potential, waiting to be collapsed by your consciousness. Imagine this field as a blank canvas, where your intentions paint what will manifest. Everything that exists in the physical world first existed as energy. If you learn to access this field with clarity, consistency, and true emotion, you begin to turn the impossible into possible. And in reality, this knowledge never belonged solely to science. It has always been present in ancient traditions, spiritual teachings, and now, in the hands of those who seek to awaken. Now, ask yourself this question: what if everything you've learned today is just the tip of the iceberg? If your energy can truly shape your reality, how will you use this power from now on? Tell me in the comments. Which technique or concept will you start practicing today? I'm excited to know what resonated with you the most in this video. And if this content awakens something in you, then you absolutely must watch the video appearing on your screen now. It will expand your vision even further and give you complementary tools to everything we've discussed here. Click on it and watch until the end. And if you're not subscribed yet, do it now. Subscribe. Turn on notifications. Share this video with someone who needs to discover the power of their own energy.